Signs of jealousy. They force you to do everything by yourself and lie to everyone and say that they helped you because they only did you one favor. Maybe they could be give you a ride or whatever the case may be. And even though they gave you a ride, you put the gas in their car, you service their car, and you might even fix everything that has a issue on their car. But they don't tell people that. Then they swear that they did everything just because they drove. Second thing, when you complain about others mistreating you, they hate hearing about it and they hate hearing you complain. But if anyone else close to them did the same exact thing, they might even talk about the same situation or talk about the same situation in a scenario that's close to yours or something like that. And they would, or the same, everything matches, just like what you said. But they will listen to what they said. And happily. And offer advice. Third thing, every time you say something about a new accomplishment or new ideas on a business or something related to you, you have them singing over you. They even talk over you to someone else or about something else, or act as if they don't hear you by ignoring you. Number 4, everything that you do irritates them, from how they hate hearing or seeing you eat, to them not feeling that you talked on the phone that met their standards or approval. Hold on. And they can't stand to even hear your voice. So they, like I said, it talks, they go ignore you and pretend to not hear your lie and say you talk to. They might even say that you lie and say that you talking too loud also, or you're talking too low. And they might say you talk too loud by yelling or screaming. And then they might say you're talking too low with a muffled sound. Then they finally admit that they just don't want to hear your voice. They don't care what you say. They just don't want to hear you. They admit that they hear you. And they've heard you all these years. They just don't want to hear your voice. That's how much they hate you or are jealous of you. Number 6, they invite everyone to social events except for you. Invite everyone you know, everybody, even the people that you know they should not be dealing with. They don't care. They invite them. Either against their own mom, then guess what? They'll still invite them. Because in their eyes, guess what? They are better than you. Next thing, everybody's better than you in their eyes because they're jealous of you. But the number 7 is they're so jealous that they don't want to walk inside your home to visit you. They'll walk inside everybody else's trashy, raggedy, torn down home, but they won't walk in a mold infested home, but they will not walk inside of yours. Their house will be filthy, roaches, rats, everything. They'll even walk inside, look, and they're like, ugh. And your house could be clean, beautiful, nicely decorated, everything. They still won't walk inside yours because they're so jealous of you. Number 8, they talk junk about you, working or not working. And when you're working, they say that you think that you're better than them because you got a paycheck coming in. Then when you're not working, they say, oh, you can't afford this, you can't afford that, you can't get that because you ain't working. They start picking at because of the fact that you're not working. They love you not working so they can pick at something, have something over your head. But when you're working, it irritates their soul. Number 9, they try to embarrass you out in public, at all places, at work, by yelling in front of a bunch of people, or they try to, your coworkers, while you work, or they try to yell at you in the grocery stores, restaurants, whatever, in front, but it's always in front of a bunch of people. Even like regular social events, they try to yell at you in front of a bunch of people and they just always have to yell in front of people, just in front of a bunch of people, because that's their goal is to embarrass you. That's how you know they're jealous. Number 7, that's number 7. That's number 8. Number 9. Okay, this is number 10. Where's number 10? Oh. Their lies are the reason nobody likes you, but they won't ever admit it. They will never admit it. Instead, they'll make it seem like it's your fault that nobody likes you. Because every time you look up, they're always talking to other people and working against you. And they'll always say, there's always lie and say that it's your fault that other people do not like you. When really, they don't see in their head, because they have mental issues, that them constantly talking about you around the people and is what's working against you when you don't even talk to anybody. But yet, in their head, because they got mental issues, they'll lie and say, you're the reason nobody wants to be around you or talk to you, be friends with you or nothing. Well, really, you don't talk to these people or give them a reason to dislike you. This idiot that's talking against you or working against you constantly is giving these people a reason to dislike you. You don't even talk to them. Because a lot of times you might be at work, busy at work or whatever, your life with your child, whatever. If you have kids, if you have a boyfriend or whatever, you might be busy with that person. If you're a guy and you have a girlfriend, you might be busy with that person. You don't have time. Okay. Number 11. Okay. Number 11. They pick at how you dress. And they walk around looking like a hobo all day, every day. And make fun of you having a kid out of wedlock if you have a child. They make fun of you having a kid out of wedlock if you have a child. If you don't have a child, they make fun of you having sex outside of marriage, which is fornication. And they have done it. So they're hypocrite. Then they don't admit that they are the reason that why you're still single. Because they're always working and talking against you. They're the reason why you're still single. They don't know how to keep their mouth off of you. They have a mental issue. What else do they do? Number 13. Can't even stay in the same area or room as you, even when you never cause a problem for them. As I was saying, They can't even stay in the same area or room as you when you never cause any problems for them. They can't stay in the same room or even the same area as you. You be outside or in like somewhere and they're near you, they can't even stand near you. And you've never caused any problems for these people because they're jealous of you. Make up rumors when you are the exact opposite. Every rumor they ever started. They can make up a lie and say that you are a hoe because you have a baby outside of marriage, when you are like everybody else. You don't even have time to be a hoe. You don't have time to be a hoe. But they'll make up lies. And so, like, that's the thing. You don't even have time. You might not even have time. So you're exact opposite. And you don't have time to be like as mean to them as they lie to people and say. You don't have time for that. But there are a lot of people say that because you're at work. You're hardly ever around these people. But there are a lot of people who say they're rude to you and all that stuff. When you've been at work, like you haven't even been around them. And I'm like, you at home, you don't even work. Like the other person works. Like, what are you doing? That's type of energy. Or there'll be another place working, because there's people that work too. There'll be a place working, and you'll be another place a whole hour away working somewhere else, different from them. And they'll say that you're rude and evil towards them, and you haven't done anything to these people. Yeah, it's type of people they are. They always are angry around you, even when you haven't done anything to them to cause them to feel that way. They're just always angry and hateful around you. They're around other people that are happy and joyful and playing with them, but they're always angry. You can't even joke with these people. If you joke, they'll be angry. Like, yeah. That's how angry they are. They even admit that, like, it don't matter what you do. It don't matter. They just basically hate your existence, pretty much. Okay. They even admit it. But always, number 16, they will always start conflict or drama or argue or whatever, how you gonna say it, or try and fight you. They will even stir it up to try to fight you. And next, number 17. Joking about you dying in front of you. They be so jealous of you, they can joke about you dying in front of you. Say either you ran too much or you have a breathing condition. They'll joke about you breathing and lie and say that it'd be funny if you die. I'm like, what? That's not funny. Somebody's death is not funny, but it's funny to them because they hate you. They're jealous of you. They not just hate you, they're so jealous of you. They will even, number 18, befriend people that they know hate or dislike you. Number 19, can't stop focusing on you so much they hack your phone because they're so obsessed with you. This is pretty much an obsession at this point. Number 20, they will even, but before number 20, they'll even hack your social media, your Facebook, Instagram, Snapchat, whatever. If you have any of those accounts, they will hack. They will even hack your TikTok if they can. If you have a TikTok, they will hack all these things. And it excites them when others dislike you. Oh, it makes them so happy. They get excited. They don't know what to do. They get like someone might even get like turned on when other people dislike you. That's a turn on to some of them. That's the creepy part about it. And number 21, call you crazy, get upset that you're happy. They call you upset for getting happy, and they get upset that you're happy. When you're happy, it pisses them off. They hate it. And they call you crazy, and they say that nobody in this world gets happy. And they say like you're crazy for being happy. They say you're supposed to be angry all day. Yeah, that's the kind of world we live in. People like that. Then, number 22. Use word witchery on you almost daily. They use word witchery on you almost daily. Number 23. Do everything that they can to destroy your place of employment. That's why they constantly have to know where you work at and currently or where you work at in the future. They are always trying to do things with your work employment. I don't know if they're trying to screw your boss or what, but it's weird. They're always trying to work on your place of employment. They're always ask you for money. Part of the reason why is they don't just want their money, and a lot of times they can be making more money than you or have more income coming than you. Even they might even have somebody helping them, but you're the only sole provider of your household. It's because they're so greedy, they want their money and your money. That's why they're always asking you for money, but they always ask you for money. That's how jealous they are. Because they're so jealous of you, they don't want you to have no money. They don't want you to have anything. They want your money. They might even tell you that, why don't you just give your whole paycheck to them? They don't even care if you have a kid. They don't care. If you have a kid or children, they don't care. They think of themselves in the place of your kid. Yeah. And these are actual adults. Okay. And these are not your husbands. These are not your wives. These are older figures. Yeah. These new elders are mess. Okay. They just always have to yell. They just always have to yell. They always have to find a reason to yell. They're always yelling all day long. Even if you don't do anything, you're not even around them, they're just always yelling. You can call somebody else is in that household and it was like, and then they'll even complain about them yelling. I'm like, they just always have to yell. They're just never happy. They are never happy because they're always so jealous of you. And always so focused on you. They just have to be yelling. They just have to yell all the time. And they brag about being so good at being able to lie to anyone that they say they have the power to lie to law enforcement, and they will believe them and arrest you over a lie. Yeah. They brag about this. This is how toxic these people are. Evil these people are. They will even try, if you have any kids, they will even try to turn your kids against you. And the next thing they'll do is they believe that their kids should respect them and not have to respect you. They believe that they are over your kids that you birthed. This is how psycho these people are. They believe your kids that you birthed and are financially responsible and everything, physically responsible for, should respect them more. Yeah. And they might even say it's okay for them, your kids, to disrespect you, but then they can't disrespect them. I'm like, what? This is how toxic these people are. And it's not just them, it might be even other family members and friends and stuff that might okay this. Yeah. They might say give them okay. Then, like, it's crazy. Like, this is how jealous they are. Like, I don't understand it. Like, then they will even lie and say, they will even say that they could lie and get, or they brag about being able to stir up conflict to be able to not just get you put in jail, but also get you put in the crazy house. And said they can get you locked away and then start laughing and joke about it. And it would say get you locked up in the crazy house. Yeah, this is how evil these people are. They'll brag about that too. This is how jealous they are. They're not just hate you. They are jealous of you. It's how far the jealousy extends of you, because they're jealous because they don't have your soul. They don't have your soul. And no matter what they do, like, I don't know if they believe they can extract your soul, when really you can't. You can't extract nobody's soul. I'm telling you now, you cannot do that. I don't care what kind of fake spell thing, whatever. You can't extract nobody's soul. You might extract part of some things that's them, but you can't abstract everything that makes them them. Because you're missing the important value, the important part of things, which is them. Them is what makes them them. It's not their soul. It's not their or spirit or whatever. It's them. Them is what makes them them. Their whole entire body. Like, you can't just take what you want. That's not how it works. So some people falsely believe that. So I'm here to say all that. Like I say it. But and you probably could take, some people could do some evil stuff and take some things, but that person can get it back. But you can do all these evil things and try to take some things or whatever, but you're never going to be that person. You're never. So you might as well just throw out the jealousy. You will never be that person. But these are the things that they do to, and they try and cover it up. And it's really a type of abuse, which is ambient abuse, because they will also verbally abuse you. And say, I didn't abuse you. I didn't do anything to you. What? And it will literally, that's why they yell at you to start further abusing you. And I didn't do anything to you. And their abuse will be, just because it's not physical, it will be covered up to make it look like they're trying to help you. And they're not. And the entire time, it's ambient abuse. But yeah, I'm just saying, and they'll cover it up because they do things to make you lose your job so you can live back with them. If you live with them and you're a single parent and you have a child, but now if you don't have a kid, I don't know, it just be useless because you just go anywhere. But if you have a kid, this is who they mainly do it against, the ones who have kids, because so it'll look bad on them. And then they lie and say, they're not doing anything for themselves. I helped them. They were so helpless, and really the whole time they were helping them. They don't tell people that. They'll lie and say, oh, they only gave me $50 to $200. And the whole time you spent thousands of dollars on a raggedy car. Or if they had a nice car, you spend that much on a nice car a year. And they don't tell people. They only tell people what they want to tell them. They would tell now. They won't even tell if you gave them gas money. It hurts their heart to tell people that you are actually helping them. When really the people already know, and they start adding this stuff up, and they're like, hey, you only make such amount of money. Somebody has to be helping you. But it hurts their heart to admit it. And if they do admit it, they have to say that it's somebody in there. Somebody is say if you moved out. Okay, we're gonna say if you moved out, and if somebody living with them, let's say somebody live with them, but really it's not that person, because that person might be stingy, more stingy than you are. And so since they be worse than you, they don't give anywhere near how much you give. But they'll talk to you like an animal and make you feel bad, and to giving just probably your last. They even take your last. Because they're so jealous of you, they don't want you having it. They don't care if you have a kid. This is how jealous they are. They don't even think about you having a kid. Or kids. Because people with more than one kid now, but still, they don't care. They don't care. But this is what I want to put out there. I say it because people don't care. They're evil, and they use their evil because they turn evil because they're so jealous of you. It's crazy. They let jealousy get ahead of them to the point where they let it either in return, it starts affecting them. They let it affect them. And they don't care. They don't care if it affects them. They don't care if their whole life falls apart, or they start bad mouth, oh, my whole life's falling apart. But because it's because of them. They're the reason their life is falling apart. Because they worked against somebody that was close to them. You can't work against people close to you and then expect your life to stay afloat. That's not how it works. But people are dumb nowadays, so they let their jealousy get ahead, and then it starts affecting them. And then they want everybody else to feel sorry. No. But these are the signs of jealousy.